Support of your and my brother, Minister Firakahn. I use that platform with respect.
Yes, sir.
I never allow those who follow me to become vile as those who speak evil of us. After the news of Facebook closing Minister Farrakhan's account, all this great work, he looked around and he saw that there was no man. I'm in the right place. This is the place that you do confessions. To silence and censor those.
But then one day, God came in person. And Moses saw him in a bush that was burning but was not on fire, was not being destroyed.
This is that new normal, that unpredictability, the large explosive growth fire.
Event once shocking, now starting to feel very familiar.
Round. This entire cul-de-sac has every home on fire right now. Last night, winds whipped up, sending the fire from the outskirts of town into the middle of this more populated area. That's when officials decided it was time for thousands more people to evacuate, and is far from contained. The winds have died down this morning, but they could start to become a real problem again later today, as the temperature is expected to rise up to 110 degrees this afternoon.
This is on Monday, 7/30/2018. You can see this pole scorched, see the line down on the ground running through here. And then these are our main transmission lines coming into the city from because of the dam. And then got our guys out here assessing the damage. And then runs back up the hill. And you can see all those lines poles are burnt, the lines are down. Let me take a look.
Look at the stop sign here on the side of the highway. It was burned right off at the midway point.
This is a fire that really just kind of decided to pick and choose houses at random, and it's very sad. This is one of the most intense feelings of heat that I've ever felt. It's easily burning over 1,000 degrees right here. This is perfect fuel for this fire. This is a fire that really just kind of decided to pick and choose houses at random.
While houses on the ground explode into fireballs. The brutal force of those swirling winds toppling transmission towers, tossing cars, even twisting this steel pipe around a tree like a pretzel. While houses on the ground explode into fireballs. Toppling transmission towers, tossing cars, even twisting this steel pipe around a tree like a pretzel.
radar, according to the National Weather Service, was picking up a large amount of rotation as heat was rising up from this intense inferno here last night.
Some wildfires that are taking place out west right now, and they've had a really dry winter season contributing to this. A Fox News alert now, and the question is being asked, were these wildfires in Southern California set on purpose? 2 people are now under arrest at this hour, and they're accused of trying to start at least 2 fires in San Diego. Right now, officials are still trying to figure out whether they had any involvement in the fires that have so far burned more than 10,000 acres and left 1 person dead.
One local leader went as far to say that in all of his years, he has never seen so many fires break out in one small area like he did yesterday. He finds it highly questionable. And Julie, today is supposed to be another red flag warning day. So come on. Let's go. Go. Come on.
These aren't brush fires out in the middle of nowhere. They're burning in the crowded suburbs of San Diego itself.
We saw when it started in the morning, and we saw it spread, and we saw fire and smoke and everything. I thought they were going to take care of it, but it got worse and we had to go.
And we are just at the beginning of what is proving to be a catastrophic fire season in California. The fire chief there says he has never seen such extreme fires this early in his nearly 3 decades of firefighting. Will Carr is on Fox Top Story, and he's live for us this afternoon in San Marcos. What are conditions like now, Will?
Hi, Jeff. Well, if there's any good news, it's that the winds have died down. The winds that have been pushing these fires around for more than 24 hours. There has been so much damage, Chef, the governor has issued a state of emergency.
Hey, Will, I want to show our viewers some of these new live pictures that are just coming into us. And you can see in the hills behind these homes and up here, fire after fire after fire. It's an incredible thing to watch. Will was saying the winds have died down, but these fires create their own wind. Will, do we have a sense yet for what may have caused this?
Well, Shep, right now, fire investigators are actually looking at the ignition points of all 9 of these fires. They tell us that they are looking into arson potentially because so many fires broke out in such a short amount of time. They also emphasize that right now they don't have any facts to back that up. And, of course, their top priority is making sure that they get containment on all of these fires before they figure out exactly what caused the fire, Shep. Their top priority is making sure that they get containment on all of these fires before they figure out exactly what caused the fire, Shep.
That wall of flame is something that they expected because of the winds off of these homes. But our crews are in this area, and they're telling us that if it comes this way, it's not happening at this moment. But if that's my house, hey, a local reporter's giving information from here now. Let's listen.
The column was growing, but it's certainly we did not expect it to come over as quickly as it did. And when it came over, it really was a wall of flame that came over the ridge.
That wall of flame is something that they expected because of the winds watching as this was not at all what the firefighters had expected based on wind conditions and conditions on the ground. That wall of flame is something that they expected because of the winds.
We did not expect it to come over as quickly as it did.
That wall of flame is something that they expected because of the winds. Good grief, would you look at that? That is we're beginning to form one of those flame tornadoes that we're seeing yesterday. The winds begin to circulate with the heat from the flames, and then the canyons around it. You get one of the little wind tunnels, which maybe in the front of us, skyscraper in New York City, might cause some papers to blow in the air. Here it's taking flames up like a tornado and rushing toward this neighborhood. There is no moisture in anything. The rainy season didn't happen.
That's right. You know, obviously, we're in the middle of a horrible drought in this part of California, really throughout the entire state. It is so bone dry around here that one spark really can start a huge fire.
Well, they're headed for this neighborhood, and this is an unbelievable scene. Our friends at KSWB are shooting this from this neighborhood as the flames come over the ridge and begin to devour this neighborhood. As you can see, fire trucks are now on the move, fire personnel out in the street trying to attack this. They had expected these flames, it's our understanding, to stay on the other side of this ridge for a much longer time. They thought they'd be able to get in, wet down the area, set up lines and the rest, but that is clearly not the case. As Sharon Chen is reporting now, listen.
But give us just a couple of seconds here. Okay, go for it, Stephen. and then we can get closer across the street and you can see, oh my gosh, I think
the fire dangers are as high as they have ever been for this time of year. AccuWeather meteorologist Justin Povic is on the line with us. Justin, I lived in Southern California for a while, know a lot of people there, know a lot of weather people there. Nobody has ever seen anything like this early.
You know, Shepard, you're right. And this is driven by the drought, which is covering the entire state of California now. In fact, exceptional drought, and that's the very highest point of the scale. That's over a quarter of the state in this, at
least where we are. The fire is still burning here, but it's nothing like it was before. This lush area has been destroyed.
These flames have come in, they've come over that ridge and chewed up everything in their path.
This scene is frightening. The sky blood red. The heat and smoke so intense, it's challenging to see.
We're out of here. No, it's blocked off.
This is a neighborhood in San Marcos, California, north of San Diego. And it's the most tense time during a wildfire. The frantic efforts to stop the flames from burning down houses.
But the firefighters appear to have done a good job saving the neighborhood right next to where we're standing.
About Elijah.
Now the EOS R is Canon's full-frame mirrorless camera that's packed full of features.
In our grave of ignorance, and we came forward. Elijah Muhammad taught us the science of eating. He taught us the knowledge of ourselves, the knowledge of the enemy, the knowledge of God, the knowledge of the universe. He taught us the origin of the white race. He taught us the time and what must be done. He laid out a complete program for us. He can get bold as hell because he got a radio that gives him backup. Well, I can get bold as never been because I have backup. Haven't missed yet. No, shut up. I don't want you to applaud. I don't want you to say nothing. I just want you to think. Because I've never talked like this before. But it's time. I'm connected to that. It follows me wherever I go. You can read about it in Ezekiel in your Bible. Believe me, brother and sister, I'm not somebody you can take lightly. No. You're going to answer for me. I've never talked like this before. But I really don't give a damn what you think about me. Yes. The Holy Quran says, and we raise mountains on the earth lest it convulse and carry you away. The same way you put weights on your tire to give balance to your tire so you have a smooth ride down the highway. The earth is oblong, not round. But you're riding a very smooth ride at the speed of 1,037 1/3 miles per hour, and you don't even feel a jolt unless God makes the earth quake under your feet. Why is your ride so smooth? It's because like you put weights on an imbalanced tire, God rose up mountains on the earth, lest the earth convulse and carry you away. How do you raise a mountain? Put a firecracker in sand. Put it an inch down and explode it, and it'll bring up a mound an inch high. Put it down 2 inches and you'll bring up a mound 2 inches high.